There was a time when becoming a member of the Grand Ole Opry was considered one of the greatest honors a country singer could ever receive. For Waylon Jennings, however, the relationship eventually became complicated. The man who would become one of country music's greatest rebels was never comfortable being told exactly how he was supposed to make music. Waylon Jennings had already spent years fighting for his own sound. He had played alongside Buddy Holly, built a career in Nashville, and eventually became one of the leading figures of the outlaw country movement. But behind the success was a frustration that many artists understood. Waylon wanted control over his music. The Nashville establishment had a very specific idea of what country music should sound like. Polished production, carefully selected songs, and strict expectations were part of the system. Waylon increasingly felt that this system was holding him back. And this is where the Grand Ole Opry became part of the story. Waylon had been associated with the Opry during the 1960s, but as his career developed, his priorities changed. The bigger conflict wasn't simply about one stage or one organization. It was about independence. The Opry represented a long-standing country tradition, while Waylon was becoming the face of something new, music that was rougher, more personal, and less concerned with Nashville's rules. By the 1970s, Waylon was demanding artistic freedom on a much larger scale. His deal with RCA gave him unusual creative control over his recordings, helping him make the kind of albums he actually wanted to make. That freedom became one of the defining parts of his career. His music seemed to say what he felt personally. I don't want someone else deciding who I am. And honestly, that's what makes Waylon's story so fascinating to me. I don't think he simply walked away because he disliked the Grand Ole Opry. That would be too easy. To me, Waylon was struggling with something much deeper, the choice between belonging to an institution and remaining completely true to yourself. His hit, Are You Sure Hank Done It This Way, captured that attitude perfectly. The song questioned the polished Nashville formula while looking back at the country legends who came before him. It became almost like a musical statement of independence. Waylon Jennings didn't need to destroy the old country tradition. He simply wanted room to create his own version of it. And that's why his story still matters. Sometimes walking away isn't about giving up. Sometimes it's about realizing that the path everyone expects you to follow isn't the path you're meant to take. Waylon Jennings chose freedom over comfort, authenticity over approval, and his own voice over somebody else's rules. And in my opinion, that decision helped turn him from simply another country singer into something much bigger, a symbol of musical independence whose influence is still felt today.